Welcome back to the Dragon Den, my loyal Dragonites. King of Dragons 5000 is back with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Metacom Toys Mafex Winter Soldier from Captain America the Winter Soldier. And so here we have the menacing Winter Soldier pose and out of the packaging, but before we have a look at the figure, let's run through his accessories. Winter Soldier does come with 3 very different head sculpts, as well as various hands for style posing and holding his weapons. He also comes with 2 knives, a stiletto, and a very dirty Captain America shield. So with his accessories out of the way, let's move on to the Winter Soldier's details. Taking a look at the Winter Soldier, Mafex has actually done a really good job here with all his details. Clad in a lot of dark browns and blacks, the Winter Soldier looks very menacing here. Taking a look at the head sculpt, it does bear some resemblance to Sebastian Stan, and it does look really good here. I really do like the dark circles that are underneath his eyes, and the 5 o'clock shadow is a very nice touch. The stern expression looks very menacing, especially with the way his hair drapes over his face. And his hair is done very nicely, and Mafex opted to use a softer plastic for his hair. Taking a look at his outfit, you can see he is wearing a brown leather jacket, which looks really good here. His battle jacket looks really good with all the buttons and leather straps that go around it. It looks fantastic. And the harness he is wearing is done very well with a lot of nice sculpted detail. All that fantastic sculpt work carries over to the back, where we actually do have a little bit of paint on his back. The Winter Soldier is sporting his cybernetic arm, which looks amazing here in the silver that they chose to go with. All the detailing looks fantastic, and all the panel lining is superb, and I especially love the red star on his shoulder. And then he is wearing a black glove, which looks really good, and I like the fact that they painted the silver for his fingers. And his right arm, he is wearing that leather jacket, which actually has some surprising sculpted detail. And I really love the light armor that you can see on his arm, which looks really good. His battle belt is done very nicely in this black plastic, where you can see some utility pouches on either side of his buckle. On both sides of his utility belt, we do have these really nice painted grenades. And on the back of the belt, you can see the holsters for 2 of his knives. The pants on the Winter Soldier carry over that impressive detail, where we do have some pouches on either side of his hip. On his right thigh, he does have the holster for his stiletto, which looks really good. His pants have some impressive detail. We do have a lot of seam lines which look really good, and the folds and wrinkles is sculpted perfectly. His knee pads are softer plastic, which do help with posability, and I like the fact that you can see the straps that connect them to his pants. And going down to his boots, you can see that his combat pants are tucked in nicely to the boots. His boots have this really nice worn leather sculpt work to them, and I love the straps that you can see going over the laces. So overall, the detailing here on the Winter Soldier is fantastic, and Mafex has spared no expense making it look like him from the movie. So with his details out of the way, let's get the Winter Soldier compared to our usual suspects. Here we have the Winter Soldier posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and DC Multiverse Superman, Mattel's WWE Elite Series and Mezco's 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man, the Lightning Collection White Ranger, and the Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. And finally, we have the Winter Soldier posed next to Captain America in his stealth suit. The Winter Soldier will look nice compared to the rest of your Mafex figures, and he looks great posed next to Captain America. With the comparisons out of the way, let's have a look at Bucky's articulation. The Winter Soldier has a double ball joint in the head and a ball joint in the neck, ball jointed butterfly joints, and ball socketed shoulders. Arms go out to the side and do a full 360. Swivel at the bicep and double hinged elbows. Swivel hinges at his wrists. Winter Soldier has a double ball joint in his upper torso and a ball joint in his lower torso. Ball hinge hips kick forward, go back, out to the side, and have a thigh swivel. He has a double bend in his knee, ball hinges in his ankle, and finally a toe hinge. So overall, the Winter Soldier has some impressive articulation, and you can get him in a lot of great poses. So with everything said and done about the Mafex Winter Soldier, let's get him posed for my final thoughts. The Winter Soldier by Mafex is a great figure, and I love the amount of details they were able to put into it. The costume is very accurate to what we saw on screen, and I absolutely love the way his cybernetic arm looks. Though there isn't a lot of paint on this figure, what we do have is still really impressive here. The accessories for Winter Soldier do work nicely, as he did use a lot of knives in the movie. And having the dirty Captain America shield looks amazing, especially when you have him in the catching pose. The head sculpts are all really great, and I love the likeness to the actor. Although he is kind of hard to get the likeness down, they did a really good job here. My biggest issue with this figure is the lack of firearms, although that does seem to be a Marvel thing. I would have loved to see him with some guns, maybe even a sniper rifle. But overall, he's a great companion piece to the Captain America that we had a look at previously, so overall I can't be too upset with this figure. If you're looking for the Winter Soldier, he is starting to hit stores at the time I'm making this video, so check out sites like HobbyLink Japan and Big Bad Toy Store. If you're a fan of the greatest MCU movie, The Winter Soldier, you're gonna want to have this character in your collection. So with that being said, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and check out the rest of my action figure and Mafex videos. If you're in a position to help out the Dragon Den, check out my Patreon where I have some exclusive content and early access videos. Check out my Instagram where I have new and exciting action figure photos, videos, recent pickups, latest prints, and as always, ring that bell so you never miss another video. And until next time, my loyal Dragon Knights coming from the Dragon Den, I'm KingofDragons 5000 reminding you to redesign, rebuild, and reclaim. I'll see you next time.